You are now tuned in to The Essentials.
Music you need to know.
For
Who was that, Fourth?
Yeah, who was that?
Wait, what?
Who was that?
That was Madlib on the beat and Freddie Gibbs,
Oh, nice.
artist, vocalist.
Yeah, Omen sampled it for Elephant Eyes track. Really dope track. Off of his Elephant Eyes album.
How are you doing, Fourth? I haven't said hi to you today.
I'm doing pretty good.
Say hi to the people.
I'm very sleepy right now.
Hi, people.
Oh, were you
don't
celebrating
bother me right
420?
No, I'm.
Are you
well
blazed,
so
not
tired.
glazed?
No, I'm very tired.
He's well worked.
I just want to go to sleep. That's
Oh,
all.
I'm sorry. Dang. All right, we'll just let you sleep over there.
Snoozing.
And also in the building, we have our special guest, one of them, Demo.
Yo, what up?
Demo.
How
What's
are
happening?
you?
I'm good. I'm straight. I'm chilling.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm real
How
good.
was your
I'm
day?
blessed. My day was pretty good,
Yeah. Where are you coming from today?
I stay in Hollywood now, so I came out from Hollywood. yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Shout out to my manager. He came out from San Diego.
Oh, dang. Shout out to the manager.
His name is Towie.
Hi, Towie.
Towie.
Thank you for driving all the way from San Diego. That's where you were staying, right?
Yeah, that's where I guess you could say I'm originally from, San Diego. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mhm. That's actually a long story, but San Diego is the easy way out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and introduce yourself for the listeners who don't know exactly who you are. Well, you already said you're from San Diego.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, my name is Demo. You can find all my music on iTunes or basically any listening outlet, SoundCloud. Everything is This Is Demo on Instagram, Twitter, all my social media. Just This Is Demo. I've been doing music for about 10 years. We just put out our EP on April 30th. I'm sorry, on March 30th. We put out a EP. It's about 5 tracks, which is basically just a forward to my album Ruthless California, which is coming in July. Yeah.
I feel like that was the whole interview right there.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Did I
kidding.
give
No,
it
it
all away?
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
on.
We're just kidding. But
I have a really random question, but does Demo stand for something? Like, or is it an abbreviation for something, or is it just like a nickname?
It's a nickname that I had
okay.
in. Well, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. In high school, they would call me like D Money.
Oh, okay.
And I realized how corny that was when I became an adult.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Did you ever
everyone just
run
got
with
a
that
short.
name, though?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
For
ran
how
with it for a
long?
little bit. For a couple years, I
Oh,
ran with that,
what?
like, because it was
D-Money.
cool at the time. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was in college, everyone started they just shortened it. Actually, you know what happened? I did a song where the word demo rhymed better with the word I was putting before. So
It just
I said, and then it
organically-
stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just organically went that way.
Yeah.
And how did you get started doing music?
I'm like really heavy into writing. I just like writing. So even in school, I was always really good at just writing like essays. I love doing essays and stuff like that.
Oh, you can write mine.
Nah.
Just kidding.
But so that's where it really came from. And then one of my boys, he was a rapper. Shout out my man Nonsense. And he was doing music, and he would take me to the studio with him. And I was like, you know what? I think I could write and make the words rhyme.
Yeah.
And so I just started doing that, and then I ran with it and never really looked back.
Was there a specific class that inspired you to do that, or was it just something you always like? What was that
Well, I mean, like any of like
merge?
there were like literature classes that I just was always good at. I always just performed well in those type of classes, but I wouldn't say to like college where I started taking classes that I cared about, where we'll talk about like I'm a sociology major. That's where I got my degree. in.
Okay.
So like when I would take those type of classes, and communication classes, things like that, I would find things to write about, and that's kind of what basically brought upon my style and basically my content. Because before that, it was just rapping about whatever came up. But then, when I got into school and started taking those classes and things like that, it just changed the content of my music.
Yeah, and okay, so you came out with Emotions
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago now.
Yeah.
And in between that, you dropped singles.
Yeah, I dropped singles, yeah.
Why the wait till now?
I say because every single project that I do, I feel like I learn from. And my first my first actual project that I felt like was like my real project. It was called My Name is Demo. I dropped that in like 2007, 2008 or something like that, and it got a lot of buzz. The school I was going to, Cal State San Marcos, and then after that, it was just a lot of people in my ear that was like, you know, we love your music, but you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the people, and I created an album called Local Celebrity, and it was probably the biggest learning curve I ever had. I spent a whole bunch of money making the album, and I listened to everybody else's ideas except mine. And there's some people who like that project. I personally don't care for that project, but it was probably the point where I learned the most, because I was like, I listened to it back after I put it out, after I put all this money into it, and I was like, that's not even what I want to sound like. I don't know why I listen to everybody. So the point I'm getting at is that after that, I took some time and I said, you know what, I'm gonna find out what I want to do with my music. And that took a couple years, and then I came out with Emotions. And with Emotions, I realized after I dropped Emotions, there was such a good response from it. I didn't have anything else to follow up with it immediately. And so I learned from that, and I was like, well, you know, the thing is about Emotions is that it was truly myself. It was the best version of myself that I could possibly be. And it was talking about everything that I wanted to talk about in the music. But I didn't have anything to follow up with. So as soon as it dropped, I buzzed for like a year, and then it just kind of fell off, you know. And I was still writing music, but what I realized is that it takes a long time to create the type of projects that I want to make.
That you want to create.
So within that 3 years time, it was just a whole bunch of creating music. I've had almost 3 or 4 albums worth of music that I wanted to put out, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted to put out at that time. So we basically just camped out and built all the music that we wanted to put out for this year. So we got like, this year we're doing 3 projects, and this is just the first of them. So within that time, we was working the whole time.
Because we understand it takes a lot of work, and that's a lot of time and a lot of patience.
It was tough, because you see all your peers within this industry doing, you know, putting out all the music, and you're like, man, that's supposed to be me. I'm doing this. You got all of this stuff you want to do. But it's just like, I learned from that one mistake. Stop doing what everybody else trying to do and just do me. And we just have to make it a calculated effort. And so we're at that point now, and it's just go time.
But in between, like I said, you were dropping those songs, and there was a couple of them that stood out to me. And I just want to you, I know you mentioned that you're a sociology major, but why is it important to you to make songs like New Jim Crow Laws and Jeremiah 29:11?
Because it's just, if you talk to me on a daily basis, that's just the type of person I am. And my definition of an artist is being the best version of yourself you could possibly be, because that's a creation that nobody else can recreate. There can never be another me, just as a human, not as an artist, just as a human. So in order to be the best version of an artist, I have to be the best version of myself. So that's just the type of things that are on my mind. I mean, I feel like everybody kind of has their lane, and this just happens to be mine. I feel like I'm good at discussing these things just on a natural basis. These are the type of things that I think about, you know, on a daily basis. So I'm not over here trying to be, you know, holier than thou, or trying to you know, I wouldn't say that there's a mission with it. It's just that's what goes on in my mind. So that's the music I create.
Yeah, it's awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. Your music has a lot of purpose behind it.
Thank you.
And it's very descriptive, and you have a lot of imagery in it.
Thank you.
And you're very, I could tell you're a good writer.
I could tell you're probably a good writer too, because the words you just used. You're taking literature right now, huh?
No, actually, I'm not even in school. I was just saying you can write my essays.
You just want me to write an involuntary essay for you.
Just write my essays. No, I actually took creative writing in college at Cal State Long Beach.
Oh, nice. You're Cal State alumni. That's what's up.
So I did a lot of poetry. I emphasized a lot in poetry and novel writing and a lot of weird stuff. But anyways.
So you can write my music.
Huh?
We'll trade. I'll do your essays, you do my music.
Okay. Really great writer. Get this. Yeah, so I always pay attention to, I guess, your lane, the lane you're describing in terms of music, where people pay attention to where they put what word and why and all that stuff, and why it's placed there, and how it goes with this and how it goes with the next following, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I could tell.
And that's fun for me too, like playing with words. It's fun, you know, like who wouldn't want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like I just have a good time
No,
doing
me
that,
neither.
you know?
I don't understand.
But it's such an underpopulated. See what you did there. It's such an underpopulated lane. I feel like, and a lot of the times we face a lot of obstacles trying to take this lane because it's like, you know, this isn't the music that necessarily gets played in clubs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no.
It's not bangers and nothing like that. Like I think I definitely have that in my arsenal, and sometimes I do it if that's how I'm feeling. But for the most part, the music I'm creating, it has a long. We have to take a ladder. We can't really necessarily take an elevator to get to where we want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I do. And so you just dropped "Here I Go."
Yeah.
And what does "Here I Go" represent to you? This is it. We're here. Here we go.
Exactly. I think you described it perfectly.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It was like we were to the point where we had there was different blogs that would follow the music, and for a while we did a series, a docu-series called Ruthless Files, where we would just kind of show the ins and outs of what I was doing, just to show people that I was still working and trying to let my audience get to know me a little bit better. And there was blogs that were picking it up. And there were some blogs that even like reached out to us like, yeah, we see what you're doing with the whole docu-series and everything, but where's the music? Like, you're not putting out music. And it was such a hard way to explain, like, listen, man, like the type of artist that I am, like I gotta make I understand the game a little bit more than I used to, and now I have to calculate this. I can't just put the music out like that. Like, it has to be packaged. I have to give it to you a certain way or you're not gonna understand it. Like my albums are a lot of the time they're concept albums, they're stories. And sometimes there's these one-off songs where they're fitting to drop, like New Jim Crow Laws. There was just that whole Mike Brown situation. It just was fitting to drop at that time. But that's actually going to end up being on Ruthless California, which is coming out in July. And so like, yeah, so it was hard to sit back and just wait and not be able to put out the music. So finally, when it was time, it's like, now I'm gonna give it to you the way it should. I know you had to wait, but it's gonna come the way it's supposed to come now. So here I go. Here it is.
It's dope. Yeah. Well, we're gonna come back to you. We're gonna get into some of Here I Go right now. We're gonna play Aston 17, California Rain, and $.
Yeah.
So your listeners can get acquainted to some of your music. And we're going to come back and ask you a little bit more questions. They're going to be a little bit funner. It's not going to be as content-based. But, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Everyone enjoy. Woo-hoo. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. This is The Essentials The Essentials Music You Need to Know. I always stumble. Anyways. Music You Need to Know on homegrownradio.net. Shout out to Homegrown Radio. See, there you go again.
Homegrown Radio.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much.
You got it.
So anyways, that was Demo. Those were some new tracks off of his new project, Here I Go. And it is a pharmacy up in here.
It is.
It's crazy. But I don't smoke, so that's why I'm like that. Anyways, so $. Is actually one of my favorite songs off of the project.
Thank you. Thanks
it's
a lot.
very motivational.
Heavy.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. That's that track almost didn't make it. For this EP, what the original idea was, we were going to put like all the records that didn't make the album on this, and then I was like, I kind of hit a zone, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna make all new records. And $. Was a record that was already existing, but we just never really did anything with it. But it happened to be my manager's favorite song. And so I recorded like 10 records just to put out for Here I Go. And so I had like 6 that I wanted to do. And then I was like, I sent the list to Towie of the 10 records that we had recorded 10 records in like a month and a half. It was a lot of music in a very short time. But like I said, I hit his own. And then so I sent it all to Towie, and he was like, yeah, I mean, I feel it all, but where's $? I was like, so he sent me back his list, and then we kind of merged the two, and that's what we came up with. So if it wasn't for him, that wouldn't have made it.
Why didn't you want that on there?
The original list that I made,
Or when
it
did you
didn't
think
fit
to
at that
put?
time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't really fit the
Oh,
body
so
of work.
Even then, you changed it after, not just dollar signs. You changed.
Yeah, I had to change some other stuff too to fit that one on there, and I think ultimately we found the best fit. But I'm like the people that I keep around me, I trust them. You know, like I really think that they have an ear for music just as much, and I think they see my vision. So you know, it's our
always
vision. So
important.
like you got to trust your people, and so he honestly made a good call on that because it seems to be that a lot of people like that record. So thank you.
What has the response been like for Here I Go?
It's been pretty good. I haven't heard any negative feedback yet. You know, I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure maybe somebody said it behind their breath somewhere. maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But it seems to be getting a really good response so far. I think the only thing that I have heard is that people are saying it's too short, which was absolutely the goal.
Yeah, that's.
It was absolutely the goal. I was hoping that people will want more after this. So you know, hopefully the album does that.
No, go ahead.
What's your connection like with your listeners and your fans?
I think that my connection is probably like when we had our docuseries, The Ruthless Files. It was really, really good because people got to see my everyday life, musically at least.
Yeah.
Like the events that we go to, the studio process, me writing records, me promoting records and things like that. They got to see that, and within that, you obviously going to get a piece of me. And so that's always good. But as far as like reaching out and actually touching the people and whatnot, like I think that I'm just a people person. So you know, like when people like comment my music and stuff like that, or comment, I'll comment right back. You know, I'll go on their page, check them out, like their Instagram pictures and do stuff like that. You know, I'm just a I don't know, like I haven't reached that celebrity status yet, so I'm not ignoring nobody.
Yeah, it's all love, and then and what's that connection like? How does that like when you go out to shows? You know, what's that transparency of that connection, like social connection? Yeah,
it's got to be like that for me because I have to get people to buy into what I'm doing at that time because with a lot of my music, like for instance, I like to perform at intimate vibes where where people are real close and they can actually listen to what I'm saying and dig the performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and actually just vibe. So I have to kind of have that buy-in from the get-go. So I usually have a pretty interactive performance when I perform. You know, I'm talking to the people, you know, and between songs and things like that. And it's pretty interactive. It's about as interactive as it could be with my type of music. Yeah.
Just like sharing energy and all that.
And that's all it's about. I feed off of their energy. We did a show in Oakland. I had an album release party with Village Rascals and Pacific Standard Time Clothing in Oakland last week. And we did it as a day party. And we had a lot of people there, and it was like, the vibe was so good because everyone was able to be real close. It was like at a small kind of bar, and everyone was able to be close. But it got to a point where after I did my regular set, people were asking for particular songs, or they wanted to hear like a freestyle or a cappella or something like that. And I could take that request like that and just do it, you know. And that was fun, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's dope that your fans get to experience that with you, you know.
Sure.
So when you grow to a larger platform, they'll always have
exactly
those moments.
It's really important for somebody like me because I have to build that grassroots fan base, you know, like that cult following is like my goal because you know, again, I'm not necessarily in the clubs and things like that, so my fan base is my club, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly who it's for. So it's really important for me to have that.
Yeah, that's dope. And are you going to have any more shows coming up?
Yeah, we got one the 30th. Yeah, we got one on the 30th. You know where that's at? Is it in Santa Monica? On Santa Monica
in
Boulevard
LA.
in Hollywood. It's in Hollywood on Santa, but that's gonna be by Open Canvas is the name of the Open Canvas. Okay. So I'm doing a show there on the 30th. Yeah. But that'll all be on my Instagram too. So.
Oh yeah, and feel free to share with us because we're always down to share and go to these things. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions just so people can get to know your personality a little more. The first one is called the Music Baby. If you could basically coordinate your dream collab, but without you in it, so you could just throw people in a studio and watch them make one song, who would you have come in.
Dead or alive?
Sure. Just make it harder on yourself.
Yeah, right. Can I do 2?
You could do as many as you want.
Okay, I would love to see Nate Dogg and Dom Kennedy on the record.
Yo!
I think that would be like the most amazing
Nate
record.
Dogg is like her favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I think that would be an amazing
Favorite
record.
artist
West
of all
Coast.
time.
Yeah. I would like to see J. Cole and Pac. I think that they can
That'd
make
be
an
very
amazing record.
interesting.
I would like to see. This could still happen, and I'm gonna say it here first. So so if it happens, I thought of the idea. I'd like to see Kendrick Lamar and Mystical.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think that would be a dope record.
Nice.
Dang. Did you see the one he just did with Mark Ronson not too long ago?
Yeah.
Did you see the video for it?
Nah, I didn't know he came out with a video for it.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Is it really?
It's this little kid doing a talent show. I'm sorry, I'm totally getting off tangent, but it's this little kid. If you haven't seen the video, it's hilarious. It's this little kid. He's a little bit chubby, and he basically pretends to be mystical, but he does all of the motions, all of the facial
dope.
expressions. He does all of the. It's like the funniest thing ever.
That's so
Anyways,
dope.
go check it out. Mark Ronson and Mystical. But that is actually a good one. A lot of people have been saying the same thing.
They said all those
No,
three
not,
really?
no. Like, I feel like a lot of artists that come in say the same artist.
Oh, okay.
You know, everyone wants to throw like Erykah Badu and like Kendrick and some like. It's not. It is cool. It's cool, but I feel like everyone keeps throwing it all in there, and then they throw in 3 stacks at the end. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I just noticed that. Now that you're just like
And then it's dope. Like it's all very, very awesome. But then it's like okay, I heard that like 3 times already. So they're speaking it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And the second question, this will be interesting considering you have your stances on social issues. The question is called Evoke the Folk. If you could evoke one thought into people with your message, your music, and what you leave behind, what would that be?
Trust your heart. Trust your own heart. Don't listen to nobody else. Your heart always knows exactly what's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to happen. Get through it and trust your own heart.
Dope.
Yeah.
And where can listeners find your music?
You can go to my website, thisisdemo.com. You can go to my Instagram at thisisdemo. You can get it on SoundCloud. You can get my music on iTunes. I think the new album should be up either today or tomorrow. It might be up as we speak. The new project should be up. SoundCloud, Spotify, any title, anything that you can get music on, my music is on there.
And that's DMO.
DMO, yep.
DMO.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to thank you so much for coming in
Thank
today.
you for having me.
We
Seriously.
really enjoyed that interview, and I appreciate your message and your artistry, and I respect it.
Thank you a lot. I hope we can come back for the album.
Of course,
sure.
That's
Okay.
always, it's homegrown radio. Welcome home. Like, this
Bet.
is, yeah.
Bet.
And this
That's
is the
what's
Essentials music you need to know. So,
That's dope.
music you need to know.
Yeah.
Demo. So, can't wait for the album. Make sure you come through. We'll be waiting.
No doubt. Thank you.
Yeah. no
Thank
problem. And we're going to get into some more music and come back with Troop.
Troop.
And
Yo.
we are back.
Shout out to Dave and Kev right now, man. Giving me high fives on my way up here from the stairs.
This is the Essentials, music you need to know on homegrownradio.net. I'm Filthy Bless.
I'm Groovy Liz.
That's Groovy Liz. And Fourth Beats is here too, but he's sleepy, so we're not going to make him talk
Hi, Fourth.
today.
Say hi.
Just kidding.
Man. Who do we have?
And
In the
also
house.
in the building,
What's your name, boy?
My name is Tyler, the creator. No, I'm just playing.
that is so funny.
It's Troop brand.
Someone who thinks that they're Tyler. No, I'm just kidding.
It's
What's
Troop
up,
brand.
Troop Brand?
What's
Can
up,
I
you guys?
Okay, Troop Brand. Troop.
Just call me Troop,
Yeah, why
Ah.
is it brand?
because it's Troop's brand.
I get it, but okay. I'm gonna call you Troop.
That's
Dang.
real. You could just call me Troop. My friends do it, so it's Troop.
What if I just call you Brand?
You see
It's
what I
kind of
mean?
weird.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
I just want
That's why I'm like, what? Wait, I thought your name was Troop. I just thought like the handle was Troop Brand.
It is, but I mean, everybody that I know that's cool with me calls me Troop. So,
Okay, I'm gonna call you Troop.
hey, I'm with that.
Where are you from, Troop?
I'm from Mississippi, but I live in Atlanta now.
Nice.
The
Oh, really?
ATL. Yeah.
What's that like?
It's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of broads in Atlanta.
I knew that was coming. Like,
Oh no.
No, I'm just playing. Shout out to designer, but it's a lot of motion, a lot of people staying to their cliques. So you gotta know how to handle yourself, because some areas are friendly and some areas are the complete opposite. Like I know one of my homies, he went to a certain area and it was just a club, but they were shooting out there and like somebody shot and he was like way down on the other end and the bullet like traveled and it like went through his one part of his jaw and came out the other side of his jaw. He's good now, he's really good, but you just gotta be careful.
He was shooting and he got shot?
No, he wasn't shooting, he was talking to a girl.
Oh.
Yeah, and it just like it traveled and it just came in.
Oh, I thought he was like shooting a video, and I was like, what is the irony of that?
wow.
The other.
Wow. Yeah, so it's hot. It's summertime out in Atlanta already.
Yeah.
It
Is
looks
that the South Side?
Yeah, it was the South Side. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know some people from a certain area that the area is like kind of bad. So.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
Well, as far as like your music and how you started, and you living in Atlanta, like how does that shape your sound?
It gives me inspiration. I'll put it like that because Atlanta's heavily trap influenced. I mean, you got your Migos, you got your Young Thug, you know. So
Future.
yeah, definitely Future, you know. So coming from a guy who I wasn't born in the trap or around it, so it kind of just gave me a vibe, and I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. Like that's what the people love. So you know, you can have those type of influences, but I'm still gonna speak on what's true to me, and the trap's not really true to me, so I still speak on what's true to me. But I love the beats though. The trap beats are just so gritty. You like, oh hell yeah, fuck that shit. What? Y'all laugh, so it's tight. I like it.
So, what did you grow up on then?
Man, to be 100% completely honest, man, I grew up in a household, and my mom, she was on tour as a gospel singer, like being straight up. Yeah, so that's what really got me into music. Like I was on tour with her, and like me, I'm like 12, 13, running her merchandise table. Like
That's so sick.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, you know, I'm a little kid just running the merchandise table, but you know, it kind of inspired me. Like, hey, do music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do this. Like, it's in your blood. You gotta just go with it. So, yeah.
So that's when you kind of like started singing,
Yeah.
or had you been singing?
Yeah, I was singing opera. Yeah. Like, I don't even know, like Phantom of the Opera. Like I was singing that. I was in like an all boys choir on some weird shit, like singing that. And then as I got older, I was like, bro, this shit weird. I like, fuck that.
You're literally speaking his life right now.
Okay. So
Dave
yeah.
Allen's in the building. If you don't know who that is, he's a vocalist from Orange County.
See?
And
Okay.
he's literally told me the same story.
Word. That's crazy. You there. So yeah, I was doing that. And then like, I mean, as I got to like college and like, I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. I was in the band just playing. I was in the snare drum. I stopped singing. Then when I got to college and my homies started producing, I was like, nigga, I can sing. What you mean? Like, so I just jumped on it and started. It progressed towards hip hop, and I still kept a little opera influences and blended it in. So, yeah.
Were you a writer too, or was it just vocal?
Well, at first it started off vocals, and then I just was like, yeah, I got to the point where I was in college and like in the middle of classes, my teacher was boring as fuck. Oh my god, guy. He was like the clear eyes guy.
What
Like,
class was this?
oh my god, it was.
Bueller.
It
Bueller.
was psychology. Like, all right, class, tired of like I don't know what the fuck you're saying. So I'm in the back just writing lyrics.
You didn't
every day.
pass?
I definitely passed.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I cheated my ass off. It's just being real.
Did you have Demo write your essays?
What? Like for real though. But no, I had a shawty in there who was really clutch, and she just sat beside me and just was like, "Hey, you know what? I got you." And she would slide me like this little slip of paper with A, B, B, C, C, like with all the answers on there, and I kind of like.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It paid off though, cause I'm writing sick rhymes, like you know, so it was worth it.
So what do you know about psychology? A, B.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding though.
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Don't do it. I like that class. I'm a nerd though.
Psychology's dope. Just my teacher was lame.
What does troop stand for?
Troop. It comes from my family. My grandparents and my mother's maiden name is Troop, but it's not spelled T-R-O-O-P. It's T-R-O-U-P-E. Yeah, hey, yeah. So it comes from my family, and I kind of just took it on as my own. You know, I love my family. I love my grandparents. I don't get to see them a lot, but
Hi, Granny.
yeah. What's up, Grammy? Shout out to Gram.
Gram.
So yeah.
So why did you choose to I guess switch up to OOP? Was it just
Hard in the track.
Look at Josh, you ugly, bro. I didn't even know he was here. But
Josh?
Hi, Josh. Josh is in the building. Apparently, he's ugly. I haven't seen him.
But the OO, I mean, I was
detail.
I like it because it was catchy and it was cool, and I always loved. I used to repeat this a lot. I was like, I love how Snoop was like SNOOPDOG. Like, so I was like TROOP. You know, like, so that kind of like influenced it. So, yeah.
Shout out to Uncle Snoop.
Uncle Snoop, and he from Mississippi too. So,
Oh.
yeah. That's what really helped it out though.
So I know you have a couple of like newer tracks out right now. Do you want to talk about kind of like your evolution of yourself?
Yeah.
Your music.
I'm gonna just keep it real. I started off in Mississippi, and we started this collective called TFG. It was me, my homie Pell, my homie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Pell. Yeah. My
Dope.
homie Pell.
He's dope.
Yeah, he's definitely dope. That's the homie. And LV and Stacks and Juice, and we all had this collective at Mississippi State College where we all were, and we just started there, and it just kind of like it was a family, and we all did music together. And then as time progresses, people branch off and go different ways, but we still kept that connection, and we're all still good friends today. So that's where I started, and then kind of progressed. When I moved to Atlanta, I got with my other cousin who was a producer there, and he was more into straight up pop. And in Mississippi, I was doing hip hop, so I kind of transformed a little bit, and my opera background came out with the pop, and then I just kind of was like, hey, let me merge this with the hip hop a little bit. Let's see what happens, and I liked it, and a lot of people I talk to and they hear it like this. I just kind of start flowing with that, so now I'm doing this hip hop pop type wave. So yeah,
That's cool.
the evolution.
It's cool because it takes a true artist to be fluid with sounds like that, you know. And it's crazy that you have opera influences, gospel influences, and now pop and hip hop.
Yeah.
So you're just a little melting pot of genres,
Hey, there
you know.
we go.
But I feel like a lot of songs right now that are quote unquote popular are a mixture of hip hop and EDM.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that.
A lot of them, like I just heard I think it was Ty Dolla $ign that has this new song, and it has like that EDM like little breakdown at one part, and I was like, what?
Is it saved? Do you want to?
No, it
Not
wasn't saved. It's the new one with I Love McConan.
Oh, I need to check that.
I don't
I
think
haven't
I've
that
heard
one
this.
yet. Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Can
it
you
has
sing
that
it?
EDM. It's weird.
Sing it, Austin. Oh.
And
Austin said, I'm gonna manage. Y'all do the same.
y'all do sing. He's the opera singer. Yeah, so I feel, and it's on the radio, and a lot of the songs right now on the radio have that dynamic. They're either like, they have that hip hop EDM mashup.
Gotta have that catchiness to it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but I think it was Jay-Z that said like electric music and hip hop can like they had to come together.
Yep, that's the move right there.
So or they needed each other. He said something like that. I can't quote him right now. But he did say something like that.
Jay-Z knows the way.
Yeah, he's the wave maker. And how did so you know No Can Do. How did that come about?
Man, I met No Can. Pale took me to a session at Pulse, and he was like, "Hey, you want to go and do your own thing in this room while I record?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I went over there and started recording. And I'm very talkative, so I just talked to people. And then No Can was just chilling. I think he was in the hallway getting like a coffee or something because he had his own session. I just started talking to him. "Hey, bro, you want to come check out this music?" He was like, "Yeah, dude."
Gosh.
Cool. Like, he was looking at me like, "Bro, you weird," but like, I'm gonna come check out the music. I'm like, "Bet." Like, so he came in, he played me some of his music, I played some of mine, and we just stayed in touch. Like, and then developed a relationship through there, and like started making music, and it was just dope music. You know, he kind of introduced me into like to LA because I'd never been here before, and I came out here and just started like, meeting people. So
That's like the perfect introduction.
To LA,
yeah, it's crazy. So
he's awesome. I love watching him perform.
yeah, he's dope, man.
So how long have you been coming back to LA?
When did you move here? Like 2 months? Is it 2 months?
Man.
It was like 2-3 months ago. We drove like 24 hours from Texas to here. Yeah, it was wild, man. We got stopped by the border patrol, and they're like, "What are you doing here? You're from Atlanta. Are you smuggling drugs? What are you doing?"
Way.
And I swear, I'm so serious. And I was just like, "Nah, dude,
No.
I'm just trying to make it to California." Like, what you mean?
I just want to go to Disneyland.
I'm just trying to see Mickey. What you mean, bro? Yeah. So I've been here for like 2 months, like coming back and forth. So.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's a long drive.
Yeah, it was very long, but it's been worth it, man. I got to meet and hang out with Far East Movement, Dumbfounded, and meet a lot of people. Yeah,
That's dope.
And I know you actually were at A3C.
and that's where I met you.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, is that where you guys met?
Yeah.
I was
all
there.
thanks to Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Where were you? What?
I don't know. She went off.
Yeah.
I lost her.
But I thought I introduced you guys.
See, we got.
Did I introduce you to Amalia?
Maybe it's Amalia. Shout out to Amalia. Hi, Malls.
I don't know, guys.
See, we got introductions now.
A lot went on that weekend.
Yeah, A3C is crazy.
So that wasn't your first time there, was it?
No. Mm-mm.
So how was that experience different from the other?
The first time I went there, I like won a contest to perform.
Oh,
Like, yeah. So I ran it was like a rap contest with this guy named S1. He produced like Best Thing I Never Had for Beyonce, and he just like gave out this beat, and basically any rappers had to put 24 bars on it. And thank God I put my 24 on there and I won. So I got to perform at A3C. That was the first time, so that was dope. The second time, he was my manager then, and he threw a show out there. And
Who's he?
Austin.
Hi, Austin.
Austin's over here chilling in the
All
cut.
right.
So yeah, he threw a show out there, and I went in and performed, and that was really good too. So that was my first time doing my own like kind of set. Really got to do my own aesthetic. Had my band there with me. So shout out to the band. We were here.
So when was the last time you performed
Last time I performed was last week.
with your band?
Yeah, and we performed 3 times.
So the
Wow.
band came with you?
Yeah, the band, like we support each other. Like the band is a collective of individual artists.
Mm-hmm.
So when one has a performance, we all go to support. And, we'll show up and show out. So,
That's spirit
yeah,
right
and
there. That's team spirit.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, and we got two shows next month in Florida. So,
Nice. Also
Ooh, turn
touching
up.
back on support, you were actually on some of Pel's tour dates, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was wild.
Really?
What
was your favorite city?
Yes. My favorite city was New Orleans.
Okay.
New Orleans was so
Ooh.
turned. Like, I love the vibe in New
I
Orleans.
get to be there.
Yeah, everybody's so friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody's so
That
cool.
southern hospitality.
It definitely was. And it was southern, let's get you drunk, too, because they just kept
I was
buying
gonna say, how is that different from Tennessee?
like,
you know,
they kept buying drinks. Like, I guess they didn't know how to stop. Like,
they just, yeah, you know.
yeah, it was cool.
There's when there is a hurricane, man.
Yeah, there was a hurricane.
Have they recovered from it now?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, but it was weird because there was actually a tornado going on while we drove down there, and we ended up driving through the tornado, and it was really scary because the part when we hit the tornado was when we were on a long bridge, and there was like swamp on each side of us, and a freaking tree branch ended up hitting the front of my car. I have a big ass dent in my bumper back home in Atlanta right now because of that, but it was worth it. It was definitely.
You'll forever remember that.
I will. Until I get that dent
right?
removed.
Guys, like going through tornadoes and shit.
It was wild.
And now that we're touching on like kind of performances, do you have like a favorite track that you like performing?
That I like performing. Sometimes I perform unreleased stuff, so my favorite right now is Lituation, and that's unreleased.
Okay.
But it's gonna be on the album this summer.
Nice. So that's what you're currently working on. Your album.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So will we be expecting the other on this album?
Yes, definitely. The
Okay.
other will be on the album.
Is Pal gonna be on the album?
Pell is gonna be on there.
Oh.
Pell told me he was like, "Hey, bro, just send me a track, man. Just send me a track. Let's get it in." And I'm like, "All right, man. You know, we can do some stuff." I mean, it's just gonna be like old times.
Yeah,
you know?
where you guys have done so many
is
tracks
so
together.
dope.
Yeah, we've been in the studio working on some stuff
Nice.
that I can't speak on, but
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty dope.
You know,
But it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's
actually,
coming.
let's get into some of your tracks.
Hey,
now.
nice. Let's
So.
do it.
Are we ready?
Are you ready?
Take it away, Forth. Wake up. It's time to play some music.
Oh yeah. What kind of sauce though?
Ooh, queso sauce. Nah.
Queso sauce.
Yeah.
You just put me on the queso sauce with the hot fries. So
Hot fries.
hey,
It's like tradition now every week here, I guess.
Yeah. You guys need to try this. I don't know if this is like a ghetto Mexican thing, but the hot Cheetos with the nacho cheese.
Oh yeah.
If you go to 7-Eleven, the nacho cheese is free. Just open up the bag, and stick some in there.
I haven't tried that.
You've never tried that?
No.
now
I used to
I've
eat
had,
it like for
Rotel
snacks
dip.
in like middle school and
Rotel
high
dip
school.
over hot Cheetos.
Huh?
I've had like Rotel dip over hot Cheetos. Like,
Really?
yeah, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Just making spreads and shit. Don't worry.
It's crazy. True. What is the other?
The other is the state of being that you're in that you're usually not in. So
Okay.
so
Like on a higher plane type thing? Or?
yeah, higher plane, higher consciousness of you. I don't know if are you guys familiar with like intuition? Like when you don't know for a fact, but you got that feeling like
Like you know.
you ain't seen it with your eyes, or
But I
they-
know this. No, just kidding.
she was going for somewhere, but you know, like it's like an intuition, epiphany type. So that's the other. Yeah.
There's nothing like a woman's intuition.
Oh man.
Damn. That's true.
Okay.
So,
I'm just kidding.
and what kind of, I guess, like state of mind were you when you wrote the other?
When I wrote the other,
Yeah.
I will put it and say I was in a really good place. I was in Atlanta. I was working with my main producer, Professor X, and when we have sessions, a lot of times, sometimes we'll do sessions where we just do a beat. Sometimes we'll do sessions where we just write to beats, and we just sit there and we kind of reflected on where we started and current position where we at because he just got one of his first big placements. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the R&B singer Jaheim, but he on his last album he got like 2 placements on his last album on production wise. So he was in a good place, you know what I'm saying? He was feeling good, you know, and he was like, you know what, man, I got started, you know what I'm saying, and I had this feeling. I knew that I was gonna be great. Like he was just like, I knew something was gonna pop off. So I was like, man, that feeling, like, what was that, man? You know what I'm saying? That was the other. That was the other, like, you know. So yeah, that's kind of how it came to be.
I like how the sound, like embodies that message. You know,
It's a little mysterious.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty awesome.
Mysterious.
And how? I guess that's gonna be on the upcoming album, right? Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit on the upcoming album?
I'll say what I can.
Okay.
I don't want to give away too much.
Exclusive.
I'll say that it's gonna be a story.
Okay. Your story?
A story.
Okay.
It's gonna be a story because the people know that I'm a film guy. I'm a film studies guy, film major. It's gonna be a story it's gonna be very provocative. It's gonna get gritty. It's gonna have some love, gonna have some betrayal. It's gonna keep you in tune, and it's also gonna make you feel something. That's the most important part.
That's why I love novellas. Just kidding.
It's gonna make you feel something.
I'm playing.
Like that's the main goal. Like you gotta make people feel.
Yeah.
Like, music is about emotions.
Yep. And if you can get one person to feel, that means you can get a million people
There
to
you
feel.
go. We want the millions.
Yeah. Speak that into the universe.
There you go.
Do we have a title yet?
Nope. We just gonna call it Troop.
For now.
It's the album that's coming out.
There you
Troop.
go.
All right, that's dope. Man.
So we're gonna get into the music, baby.
Okay.
Do you know? Oh, I don't know if you heard me ask Demo, but it's basically your dream collab. If you could orchestrate your dream collab and put your favorite artists, producers, whoever in a room to create one song, but you're not in it.
Oh, what? I can't be what?
No, this is just to watch.
So I mean,
But you did it. Like you're the you're the orchestrator.
so it can be anybody.
Mhm. That's why it's called like the music baby, because you made it.
Can I bring people back from the dead?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. I'm finna put Jimi Hendrix, college dropout Kanye West,
I miss the old Kanye.
Kurt Cobain.
Resurrecting everybody.
I gotta bring one more person back from the dead, but Drake, and then Amy Winehouse.
Nice.
Yeah, and I want to see what type of monstrosity they're gonna make, but it's gonna be
Jimi
crazy.
Hendrix and Amy Winehouse already together. That's already gonna be
Yeah, that's
killer.
gonna be
but
crazy.
then you add some Drake.
Yeah, I gotta.
Drake effect, and then it's over. And then the
For
I had to
sure.
bring a little bit and more Kanye. I want Kanye on production.
Okay.
I want Kanye on production. Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be crazy. I don't even know what the hell they would make, but that would be crazy.
That
I just
would be
want-
crazy.
I want Kurt Cobain on the guitar. You know? Yeah.
Just like there's some rock
Yeah.
in there, like keep it grungy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all kind of like they could all make sad boy music, you know. So it'd probably be a really dope sad song.
Yeah, it'll be a dope sad song, and then Kanye will be like, no, we gotta turn it up. This gotta be the best shit on earth right here. You know, he'll be hyping there, like he'll be hollering.
He's
and
gonna
screaming
use
and
a
stuff.
dope sample. Like knowing him, he'll use a crazy sample.
Something wild.
Yeah.
like, it'll be wild. But yeah, those 5, that'll be tight.
That would be tight.
I'm mad I can't be on the track.
But you can still say that you're responsible for
Yeah,
it,
that's
you
real.
know?
That's real. I need my name on the cover art. Like.
Yeah, like you be the producer.
There we go.
Okay, so the next one is called Evoke the Folk. And it's basically if you could evoke one thought or provoke a thought into people or the masses with your music message or what you leave behind, what would that be?
Innovation.
Okay.
Yeah. I want people to not dwell or be focused on what's going on right now. I want you to think about what's next and think about how you can evolve or push the boundaries of the culture of music as a whole, or even humanity as a whole, and go to the next level. Don't be stuck on what's going on right now, because it's not nothing lasts. I mean, everything evolves.
When was that for you?
When was that for
When
me?
did you start to really hone in and practice that?
Right now. No, I'm just playing. No.
Because there's always that one moment where you learn a lesson and you're
Mhm.
like, man, and it just stays with you forever, and you can't wait to share it with everyone.
I feel for me, the fact that you should try to want to evolve, it's different for people, but for me, myself, when I took the transition of moving from Mississippi to Atlanta, it was kind of it was a hard time.
That'll do it.
Yeah, like hard time to do it. Like I just had a crazy breakup, you know, like I'm gonna get deep real quick. Nah, like I just had a crazy breakup, and you know, I wasn't in the best of moods, but I left Mississippi. I moved to Atlanta, and I was in a different space. So my writing kind of reflected that, and it got a lot sadder. And then it got a lot sadder, and I was playing it for people like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I don't want to hear no sad stuff. Like, and I was like, wait, what? What do you mean? Like,
yeah, and that's
yeah, like I mean, but
it's true.
Yeah, and it was weird because people who heard me before then, I was used to like a lot of hype records. I guess they didn't like the change, but I was like, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna do what I feel and what I feel in my heart that I should write about.
They just have to allow you to go through the things you have to go through.
Yeah, it's your artistry. As an artist, you present your art to the world. That's why artists are very open. You know, we give out our personal feelings and we inscribe them in songs, and then we record them vocally, and then we present them. You know, so I mean, that was that point when I had one of my close friends tell me, yo, this is not gonna work. You shouldn't do this. You're not gonna amount to anything. This is not nothing. So yeah, like just going past that. And
it's like, what comes next?
Yeah, like going past that and pushing forward and disregarding what some people may say that's not gonna work. And you know in your heart is gonna work, you push forward and do that anyways. That was my innovation point, my break. Hey, there you go. That was the other. That was that point though. Yeah.
That's awesome. And you have any shows coming up?
Yeah, in next month in May, 14th and 15th, we're in Florida, Tampa Bay, Florida. Me and the band, we're going to Florida. And the 13th, we're at Center Stage in Atlanta. So yeah, those are the 3 recent shows right now. And my girlfriend is calling me.
Hi, girlfriend.
I'm gonna keep her. I'm gonna put her on silent. Her name's Naughty. She just changed her name. Her name was Indian Dope. She sings and raps, by the way.
Cool.
But she changed her name to Naughty, Nauti.
Naughty.
Yeah, naughty. Like, so,
Okay.
Shout out to Naughty.
yeah.
I want to say that with the English accent.
I do, like, I have to say it, and I be joking with her because are y'all familiar with Courage the Cowardly Dog? Like, have you ever seen the little weird guy who smiles? He's like, we're gonna get naughty. Like, I kind of joke with her about that all the time.
Gosh.
Why does that remind me of Peppa Pig?
Peppa Pig, really?
What is Peppa Pig?
Never mind.
I don't know any of this.
I'm dead, bro.
Man. So where can we find your music and social medias?
You can check me out on all social media. On Twitter, it's @TroopBrand. On Instagram, it's @TroopBrand. On SoundCloud, it's @TroopBrand. And pretty much everything. I try to keep it all, the same.
That's good. That's smart.
Everything's @TroopBrand. Yeah.
Shout out to Brand one time.
Shout out to Brand one time.
She wants to call you Brand.
I feel like
now.
after this song, like, what up, Brand? And I'll be looking at you like, bro, I don't know you. I don't know who that is.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Thank y'all.
That was a dope interview. I really, really enjoyed your music. I was grooving the whole time.
Hey, that
I
means
was
a
in
lot
my
to me.
zone right here. I was saucing.
Hey,
I don't know what sauce it was, but it was good.
it was that good sauce.
It was the good stuff. Yeah.
Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all are real.
Thank you.
Yeah, and whenever
Come
you
back.
do come back to Cali, make sure you stop by, say hi.
Yeah.
Even if
You're
you don't
welcome.
want to.
Hey, shoot y'all some new
Anyone.
music too.
Yeah, even
Hey.
if you're not dropping music, just come in and say hi. You know, studio's open for
I'm
you
with
guys.
that.
Anytime you guys want to roast through.
I'm definitely, y'all had snacks. I'm like,
Like, man, I'm hungry. I just want to get some. I'm just here for the snacks. Yeah, you ever just want to come and have some snacks? You're
Hey.
welcome to come in.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Everybody
of
should
course.
check y'all out. Y'all are real.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you to everyone else, your team that
Thank
all
you.
stopped by tonight.
Hey, Austin. Juice.
Austin.
Give a shout out to everyone that's here.
Shout out to Austin.
Yeah.
Shout out to Juice. Shout out to Sylvan for coming through. And ugly boy Josh. I don't know where he went.
Where Josh?
He's somewhere around here, but
Shout out to Josh.
shout out to everybody that came through. Thank y'all.
Sweet.
Okay, we're going to get into some more music right now, and Liz is going to come back with On the Block, and Fourth is going to take it away with the outro track.